everybody, and welcome back to another video. So you're probably gonna scream at me for doing this video and attack me with pitchforks, but I have to do it. I am excited. I am a holiday girly, so I'm gonna do it anyway, and maybe this will give you ideas, who knows. But today we are gonna be looking at makeup Christmas advent calendars that have recently come out. So we have our first launch of 2023 Christmas advent calendars, and I'm just going to go through them with you, and we're just going to have a look at some of the things that they have in the advent and if they're worth it, especially for how much advent calendars cost now. So we'll just go straight into it. The first advent calendar we're going to be talking about is the Revolution 25 Days of Glam advent calendar. This one from Boots is priced for £48, so you do get the whole 25 days. From the packaging alone, it just seems like typical Revolution, really. You got your pinks, your golds, a different pattern for every single box. The box size don't look too horrific, but we never know. There are quite a few advent calendars that I've seen where the boxes seem to be quite big, but the product inside is quite tiny and they just stuff it with tissue paper. But from what I can see from the picture, they are quite big products. So you've got a mixture, you've got some face powder, some lip glosses. It seems quite a lot of lip glosses actually. And you've got some lipsticks, you've got an eyeshadow palette, 2 brushes, a makeup sponge, some lip liners, and possibly some either eyebrow pencils or eyeliner sticks. What seems to be a mirror, a highlighting eyebrow pencil, one of those like puffy powder, what would you call it? Powder puff? I'm not quite sure. And there is a quad palette, but I'm not quite sure if that is blush, so it might be a face palette, but then the colours are quite light, so I'm not entirely too sure about that. You've also got a small, I think it's a bronzer, but I'm not completely sure about that. So colour scheme wise, it's mainly just pinks to go with the packaging, I assume. Yeah, I mean, it's nothing that blows me away. It's just a lot of pink products. I'd say the only thing that I'd find quite good in this is the full product eyeshadow palette, but then the colours are quite dull, so they're just your nudes, your bronze shades. Average is what I'd say. But then I do quite like the powder puff, and especially if you are getting this for, let's say, a teenager or a younger child, then this would provide them a lot of the basic necessities, I'd say, which is quite good in that aspect and gives them a lot of good starters. But you do get one liquid blush, and by the looks it is quite a lovely colour. That liquid blush would suit a multitude of skin tones. Something else I'm not quite sure about, especially the pencil highlighter for your brows, because I thought that was left all the way back in like 2008. I have not seen one unless you go through your relative's old makeup bag and you find it in there. Like, I feel like that is definitely something we need to stop doing. Now, is it worth the 48 price mark? I'm gonna go with a maybe, just because they do seem to be full-sized products. I'm quite okay with that. But even then, they do look quite cheap, like especially the lip glosses. So I don't know if that's how they're making up their money, like producing a lot of cheaper products and then just upping the prices to get their money back. I'm gonna go with a not sure on this one, just because it's basically 50 quid. I'm pretty sure you could pick this, like all the individual stuff up and get the things that you actually want, and the lip colours and like not pink stuff essentially. Maybe this is if you want to be in your Barbie era, then maybe, but for me personally, pinks don't suit me very well, so this wouldn't go well with me. But I'm giving this a maybe. For the next makeup advent calendar, weirdly enough, it is Revolution again, but this is on the Superdrug website, and it is called the Superdrug Edit Advent Calendar of 2023, and it seems to still be 25 days, but the weird thing is it seems to have better products, but the price is less. So this costs £40 compared to the Boots' £48, and the products are slightly different. So with this one you do get a different eyeshadow palette, you get that gold that you love at Christmas time, you get a different blush shade this time. Even though it's not the greatest blush shade, it's still another option. You get what looks like eyebrow gel, which result, we love that. You get some tweezers, which I always find quite helpful, especially because I feel like tweezers don't have as much grip after like a week. Like there's one pair of tweezers that I love that has lasted me so long, but all the others I have piled in my drawer still don't really grip as much as it used to. They have the same like bronzer, the powder puff, the powder, and the mirror, and they have one more brush, and they have different lip things, and it's still generally the same scheme as the Boots one. I'd say this one has less lip glosses. If you're more of a face person in general, then I think the Superdrug one would be better for you. But if you are looking for a variety of lip products, then perhaps the Boots one is better. But then you've also got the price ranges. So the Boots one is £48 and then the Superdrug one is £40. So it's just those things you got to look for. I think personally I have quite a lot of lip glosses. Like I've literally just decluttered my whole bag. I mean, I wouldn't touch Revolution anymore with like a 20-foot pole. Yeah, I'm not actually picking any of these up, but for a comparison I would go with the Superdrug one, not just because of the cheaper prices, but I have enough lip products. It would go more towards the face centered advent calendar. I haven't mentioned this, but the packaging of the advent calendar is different. So the Superdrug one is just in a box, like covered by a sheet of plastic keeping it in, whereas the Boots one is like one of the ones you open up. So I assume the Boots one will be slightly smaller but perhaps clunkier. So the next advent calendar we're going to be looking over is from Boots, and it is the Macmillian 24 Doors of Joy Beauty Advent Calendar, and this one is slightly pricier. We're getting there now. This is £90, so it's a bit I do quite like the packaging of this one, and it does seem quite big. It's quite funky, it's quite different. I've not really seen this type of style before. The outline of the days kind of give you a hint of what you're gonna get, so I'm not quite sure if that's what you are gonna get. So let's say you've got tube product, I'm not sure if you are going to get a tube product in that door hole, or if they're just catfishing you, but I assume so, because why would they do that? So essentially, if you don't know about Macmillan advent calendars, they tend to price the prices slightly higher, because then they donate a portion of it to the Macmillan Cancer Support, I think it is. Yeah, Macmillan Cancer Support. So I think approximately £2 of each calendar purchased will go to the company, and they have a variety of products in these advent calendars. So in this one, just from the front of the packaging, it says it's got some Number 7, Ted Baker, some Boots, there's Earl, Botanics, Sleek, Soap and Glory, and Champneys. This is another thing, since I started my channel, I'm saying lots of words and brands that I've never said out loud before, so it's teaching me. Looking at what they have inside this advent calendar, it's breaking my heart slightly. Like, I know purchasing this advent calendar will mean a bit of the proceeds will go towards charity, but especially in a cost of living crisis at the moment, you're not even getting a lot of full-sized products in this advent calendar, especially for £90. it's a bit bad. So if you see the size comparison of the face mask, I think it is, compared to all the rest of the products, like a face mask tends to be like just about this big and all the products are about this big. It's not giving me goodness at the moment. It's worrying me a little bit, to be honest. It is only 24 days rather than 25 with the other Revolution advent calendars. I think you only get about, let me count it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think possibly 7, possibly 9. So under half of this advent calendar is full sized, but it's not good. I understand, especially if they are quite bougier products, if they make them travel size, if they make them minis, but I'd rather buy the product myself. But I guess it's good if you just wanted to get something where you can try a load of mini things. It's good in that aspect, I guess, especially, let's say, because there's quite a lot of skincare and body care in this advent calendar. I'm not really, it's really bad, but I'm not as into skincare and body care as I should be. Like, I just do your basics like lotion, and even then I'm quite bad at that. So that does give you like a trial run of different brands and different products, see what works for you a lot better. I just, for the price point and for the amount of tiny products you get in, I would not say that this is a hit. I'd say this is definitely a miss. I don't know why some calendars only do 24. That's something that bugs me. Why not just take it to the 25th day and then you can start off your day excellent with a little mini something or other, and then you spend the rest of your day like living happily. I would say there is, from what I can tell, only 3-ish makeup products in this advent calendar. So you've got a eyeshadow palette, and I'm just going to quickly check what brand this eyeshadow palette is, just because it's just showing you the shades. I'm not entirely sure. I struggled to find it in the product information unless it's got like a bit of a different name, like a fancy name. But from what I see, you've got a eyelash curler and then the eyeshadow palette. I've seen a primer and a liner, and I think that is it. There is a cheek and lip tint from number 7 and an eye pencil, which I couldn't see in the promo pictures, but I don't know, maybe they're not having all of them revealed. But yeah, I don't personally like this one, although it's probably gonna get worse just because advent calendars do tend to be quite pricey. At least it's going to charity, hopefully. 2 more to go, and this one isn't necessarily looking at the inside just because they haven't revealed it for this particular advent calendar, so we don't know what's inside or at the moment, but is the Charlotte Tilbury advent calendar, and it is the Lucky Chest of Beauty Secrets, and this one's even pricier than the others, and this one is £160. So it is a lot. It doesn't give you much information on the website, just that it's £160 and that it is a 12-day calendar. It's like a draw like type advent calendar, and so I assume they're all going to be full face products, like different Charlotte Tilbury products. I do really like the way it looks, and you can definitely use the calendar afterwards as a storage unit, or just, you can definitely just upcycle it, but I suppose we don't really know what's in it to try and justify the price, and especially for only 12 doors, we don't know. So this one's a bit of a mystery, but I did want to bring it up just because it just was announced. I may do a second video, especially because it is only August, so there is going to be many more coming out. So I will possibly do a second, maybe even a third, maybe even a fourth. I haven't decided what calendar I'm gonna get yet, so maybe this will help inspire me, because I usually get Lego or well, I get mixture. I've got makeup. I got once. I got a NYX one that was reduced from last year because I don't like spending a lot of money on an advent calendar, especially with things I'm not going to use all the products. But the past couple of years, I've been getting like Funko. I've got Nightmare Before Christmas mini Funkos. The last couple of years, I've got Lego Harry Potter. And I really liked last year's Lego Harry Potter. But this year's is, I gotta say bluntly, it's quite shit. So I'm not gonna get it this year. So perhaps this will inspire me as much as it may inspire you. So I've just spotted, it says in the caption, the 12 drawer beauty advent calendar featuring some of my most magical and award-winning makeup and skincare icons. So it's makeup alongside skincare, and I wonder if they're going to put like collaborations they've just done. Like, I don't know if you've seen in my new makeup releases video for July, but they just came out with their like Disney 100 collection, so I'm intrigued to see if they'll add that in there or if it's just strictly like Charlotte Tilbury products, but it is a mixture of makeup and skincare. So after all that rambling, let's go to the last and final advent calendar I've got here with me today. So this is the biggest advent calendar in terms of products and prices, and it's the Cult Beauty Advent Calendar of 2023, and there's no price for this that has come with the like on their website and online that I've seen so far when I'm recording, but from what I've seen they do tend to be like the 200 to 300 price mark, and they do have advertised that this is meant to be worth over £1,000. We'll have to see about that price point, but it's probably definitely going to be over 100. This is a 25-day advent calendar, and it opens up and has all the drawers, and all the drawers seem to be set, so if you pull out one drawer then all the others won't fall, which is lovely. The packaging is absolutely lovely. I do quite like this because it's not screaming Christmas, so you can use it throughout the years, just like the Charlotte Tilbury one. But then it's also very exciting, especially with the contrast of the dark blue on the outside and then the lighter blue on the inside. Pink on the inside. I do really like that. They haven't given us all of the products, but they have given us quite a few, so I'll go through them with you, as well as the other advent calendars like the Macmillian and the Charlotte Tilbury. This seems to be a mixture of makeup and like body care, skincare, so it is a variety, this one. And from what we've seen, you've got some eye masks that come in what looks like a tin, which is quite fancy, but I think you only get 2 or possibly 1 eye mask, so I do think that is a bit excessive. But if we do get more than what's shown in the picture, then that will definitely be a lot better. Then you've got the Glow Recipe Hyaluronic Cream. I've seen that's quite popular online, so a lot of people will be loving that. And then you've got Joe Loves Roasted Chestnuts candle. It's always lovely to have a candle. Hopefully it's not absolutely tiny, but we'll have to see. There's a travel size. Oh yeah, let me say, so far the only thing that's been full sized is the eye mask. The hyaluronic cream and the chestnuts are travel sized, and so is this Olaplex number 3 hair perfector. They are quite up there products, but they are travel sizes at the moment. And then we have, it's called Rowan eyeshadow palette, which is full sized, and love the colours. Quite a bit of variety, but still not random, but still not boring. It's just a nice basic colour, although I did see a comment I think on this one saying that this came out in like 2021, or that was popular in 2021, so it's based on your own opinion really, from someone who hasn't seen the shades and the company. It's quite a lovely eyeshadow palette. And you've got I'm not quite sure what this is, but it's a glowy super gel in Star Glow. I assume that's a shade, and it is by Say, I think they're called, and that is also a full size product. And then the last product they've given us is Sunday Riley full sized Good Genes Glycolic Acid treatment. I've not heard of gynecolic before. It's only what's it? Salicylic? I don't know. This is just embarrassing myself. Hyaluronic acid, I know that one. So they're all of the products that have been revealed, and it also says on the website 3 lucky winners who join on the waitlist will win the advent calendar. Over £60,000 allegedly of the sales will be going to mental health UK, plus more trees plant. Wait, this doesn't make sense. Plus more trees. Plant a tree for every calendar sold. I'm assuming that's the brand, like more trees will plant a tree. And then lastly, it says bigger and better. The countdown to the big day with an incredible 39 beauty favourite, and then it says 20 of them are full size. So we've got 4 full sized already. We don't know any of the other ones. I'd say for 20 out of 25 of the drawers to be full sized, I think that will hike up the price a bit. But if they do what you should do in the advent calendar, well, not should do, but would be best for your company, and cut down the price a bit, then I'd say that's quite good. Especially if you have the money for this, then you only get, what, 5 mini products, and 3 of which that have already been revealed, and they're quite decent actually. So I'm quite liking this advent calendar, and if I had the money to splash, I would, but I don't, so I can't get it. Yeah, I do quite like it. Although it's just popped up here, you can get £15 off if you use the code FAST15. So if you are looking into it or want to get it, or on the wait list, then there is a code. But I don't know if you can do that with the wait list. I'm not on the wait list because I don't know if it'll make me buy it, and I can't buy it. Without prices, this is definitely my favourite advent calendar. Everything looks lovely, and you get 24 size products, but I don't know the price of this, and including the price, I'd say I'm not entirely sure, because we don't know what's in the Charlotte Tilbury one. We don't really know what's in the Cult Beauty one, to be honest. The Macmillian one looks like it's full of minis, so the only options I have are Revolution, and I don't particularly like Revolution as a company. So I guess if it boiled down to, like, if I was getting tortured and I had to reveal my favourite one, it'd have to be the Superdrug Revolution one, but I'm not going to personally buy it just because it is the best price at the moment. Well, we don't really know the rest. Hopefully they will reveal it, because if not, then that's always a bit suspicious to me. I'm not a very trusty person. But also the bits inside, I feel like, do cover quite a lot of bases. You don't tend to get quite a few of the same, and they're also quite a good starter up for if you've got kids, or if you're treating somebody, or even if you're just beginning, but like delving into makeup, then this is a very good starter. So I'd say this is my top one out of these calendars. Sadly. So that is all of the makeup calendars that I've seen so far that are worth mentioning. Like, I've seen a Ted Baker one, but it's not really like worth mentioning, I don't really think. Unless you're into Ted Baker, then I will link that down below for you to have a look. Yeah, these are all of the advent calendars so far. We'll definitely get some more soon. I'm so excited for the holiday season. It's definitely my favourite time of year. Yeah, I'm intrigued to see what companies are going to do this year, especially MAC, because MAC, even though I don't own a single of their products, I like seeing their packaging. They're always unique, and I think one year, because I always watch Sophie Louise unbox advent calendars, and I think one year they had one that looked like jubblies, like in a spiral. But yeah, I'm quite intrigued to see what brands are going to come out with this year. But yeah, we'll just have to sit tight and be patient. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!
It's RSM.